Welcome everybody, it's good time for Tainted Grail Beginner's Guide. I will show you some tips, we will go through exploration part of the game, combat and your village management. So like, subscribe and let's go. So this is your starting village. You can see all these houses is empty. And there is nobody really here, except the lost soul. And you have to complete some encounters and quests to fill all these houses with inhabitants. But we will talk about this later. Let's start with exploration part of the game. So, we have a map. As you can see, there is 4 way outs of your village. And only one is open and other 3 is closed. It's a chapters. You have to complete this chapter to unlock next one. As soon as you leave your village, your vision will become blurry and the way back will be closed. So you have to burn the fire and make some light, and this is very important part of the game, because higher your burning level, more positive benefits you will have during your game. Even during the fights you will have a special card, and if your burning level is high you will get a very positive card, and if it's low you will get a card even with negative results. So watch your burn level. Now let's take a look at the map. This white dots is showing you where to your quest objective. Active quest you have, but really you can go anywhere. And each location have a lot of enemies, these red dots, events, the boss of course, and the treasure guardian. The treasure guardian is very important, and events is important also. So don't miss them, explore everything. And now let's talk about events. Events in this game is very important, but they are very unpredictable. You can have a battle, have different outcomes, but they make you progress further into the game and unlock new things, new lore, new knowledge, and useful benefits. You can get a card, you can get an extra quest. For example, right now we have a new quest.
I'm too far away.
So don't avoid events, do as many as you can. And as for quest, we got a new quest with Madman's Face. And what is important about the quest? If you die and start a new run, this quest will be active and you can do it. So don't miss any events, try to find as many as possible and take all the quests you can. And other very interesting thing I want to tell you about is a treasure guardian. Each location have a treasure guardian, and it's a very strong and powerful enemy. His power is compared to boss or even greater. It's located on the map and shown as a yellow gem. You can see it right here, treasure guardian, and there is a pile of treasures behind him. And what's important about this treasure guardian, if you defeat him you can get a permanent stats increase, or you can unlock new places for runestones. You see, these places for runestones is locked, and if you defeat this guardian he can unlock one of these places, and that is very important. Combat is very important and fun part of the game, where you will spend a lot of time fighting. And let me tell you a few things about combat. Your health. If you take damage, your health will not restore after each fight. So if you lose 50 health, you will have to continue your game without a half of health. But you always can use consumables. But be careful, they are very limited. Now, enemy. If you move your mouse over here, you can see what your enemy is planning to do. You also can read a little information about your enemy and see his stats, armor, damage, and there will be stats right here. For example, he is immune to stun. Now, you have your cards and action points. You have actually 3 action points, and if you spend 2 of them, one will not go to other round, it will just disappear, so try to spend all of the section points. And a very interesting thing about this game, you have your special ability. Each class have their own special ability, they super powerful attack. As soon as you collect all these points, you need 20 for example, you can do a very powerful super attack. Time after time you will get this super card, wild card, and how good is this card depends on your light level. So if your light level is very high, you will get a good card with all good positive effects, and it can get natural or even negative if you have a low light level. Your fighting style will strongly depends on the character you choose. So Weird Hunter have a blocking ability and it's very powerful and useful. You will completely block the next attack. The combat is beginning to be real hard when you face multiple enemies like this one. And remember, they always strike from left to right, so this will strike first, second and third. And your winning strategy is highly depends on the class you choose, and I will talk about classes in my next videos. Most important way to win is to stun your enemy and reduce their armor. This is very important in this game. So pay special attention to reducing armor and stunning your opponents. After each battle you will get rewards, whales, wild stone and other resources. They are locked right now and of course you will gain experience. Wild stones for example can be used to upgrade yourself in the last soul shop. Let's move on. You will also get cards. You can take a look at your current deck and what can I say, if you don't like any of these cards, just don't take them. Skip it, cause it's sometimes very hard to get rid of the cards you don't really want. But there will be a special character who can help you to get rid of your cards. And by the way, by skipping you will get resources, but it will be later in the game. In any chapter, in any area, you can find your villagers, like this scientist woman. I'm not sure that there will be exactly in each chapter, but something tell me yes, each one will be in each chapter. Each chapter contains one of them, I mean. So, for example, this scientist woman. You can buy consumables from her or upgrade. And all your villagers will have same thing. You can buy things from them, upgrade, even the lost soul. By the way, his upgrades is very important. And all villagers you can find have their own currency. I currently have only 3 of them, but it will be more. Like a golden token for example, or runestone dust. By the way, this blacksmith can sell you very good runes, it's very helpful, trust me. There are a lot of things I can tell you about the village, but most of its abilities, houses, inhabitants you will unlock much later in the game. And this is a guide for beginners, from the beginning you just don't need it. And what you need is really a strategy how to complete the first chapter. So, when you go out from the village, don't rush into the far end of the map. Fight these guys first, the closest enemies. There will be easiest one and you gain some level. And some extra cards, very useful cards. So, first fight smaller groups, then medium groups, and only after that try yourself in a fight with very powerful groups with 3 or more enemies. And in each chapter you will find these milestones, 2 of them in each chapter. And this is very useful thing. So what can you do with these stones? You can increase the aura of effect, and it is very important because your candles burn so fast, and inside this area your candle will not burn. It's very important. Or you can destroy the stone and get an extra candle. This is sometimes also very important. Or if you try to fight a very powerful enemy, the blessing will also be very useful. But better take the candle or increase the range, really. So, in conclusion, be very careful with your health point, cause it's really hard to get them back, restore them. And try to save your candles. They are very important and very rare. So friends, I hope my beginner's guide will help you. Like, subscribe, and I see you in next videos, cause I plan to make a lot of more videos about Tainted Grail. See you!